English should be fun. So how about having some fun with your friends and learning English together? How can you do this? With English games. They're great fun and a great way to improve your language. So, fancy trying them? Great, let's go. I'm Deirdre Nicholas, your personal language coach, either through my YouTube videos or personally one-to-one. Welcome to this amazing channel where you will learn English better, and welcome aboard Palm Tree Teaching English Academy. Click on the subscribe button and the bell to improve your English fast and build your English fluency. Now today's lesson is for English learners on their own, as well as groups and for teachers, because many of these games can be adapted for use in the classroom, as well as at home and with groups of friends. So, the first and most important question, can games help you to learn English? Well, the short answer is yes, absolutely, and they're fun too. Research has shown that different types of games, such as video games, vocabulary games, and team games, can help you learn English faster. They improve overall comprehension and understanding. They improve linguistic skills. You'll be able to remember more. They will enhance your language skills and development. And they make learning fun and exciting. So, as we say in England, what's not to love? Now, obviously you can't use games on their own to study English, but they can certainly be part of a combined way of learning. So how do they improve English then? So of course, a lot of it is to do with practice in these games, but also these games often combine many of the linguistic skills. Certainly you'll be speaking, reading and listening, and even writing for some games. Video games improve reading and comprehension skills, and vocabulary and team games improve speaking. Oh, and vocabulary, of course. And the other really great thing is that using games to learn English removes the fear of making mistakes, because the whole English learning environment is much more relaxed. So, let's get started. I'm going to give you 7 great English games that you might like to try. Number 1, cards game. This is a great game to develop vocabulary and get you thinking. Make some cards with different random nouns, verbs and adjectives, one on each card. For example, my brother, my uncle, likes eating, loves smelling, bicycle, cats, slimy, insects. Then, either on your own or in a class or a group, try to create funny sentences out of these mixture of cards. For example, it could be cats love smelling slimy bicycles. The second game is 20 objects. This is a great one to test memory, vocabulary, and it involves writing. Put 20 objects on your desk or on a table if you're at home and get your students to look at them for 1 minute. Then cover the items over and get each person to write out as many of the objects as they can remember in English. If you're in a class, you could get students to self-correct or peer correct, or maybe even in a group of friends, you can give a prize to the person that remembers them most and spells them correctly. Number 3, fun random letters. People really love this one. It's great as a filler at the end of a lesson, or if you're at home with children, it helps them to be much less bored. Get your children or your students, if you're in class, to write down 6 columns, draw 6 columns on a piece of paper and write 6 categories at the top. Now, these are usually related to things that you've been studying, or perhaps if you're at home, things that your children are interested in. They could be things like food, cities, countries, animals, and so on. Then you select a random letter, let's say an S, and students or your children write down 1 word in each category for that letter. So for example, if it was food, it might be spinach, or cities, maybe San Francisco, countries, Spain, animal, snake, and so on. And repeat with as many new letters as you like and as many times as you like. It's really good for nouns and vocabulary. Now, of course, a great one to encourage speaking and communication is my number 4. charades. Now this works best for a small group or divide the class and create a competition. It gets people up and about and moving and motivated. You write down words on little bits of paper for students to choose. Verbs always work particularly well. Divide your class or your group into 2 teams and have someone from one team act out the word. The other team have to guess what the word is. You'd be surprised at how much English is needed for this, because obviously all the guessing has to be done in English. Number 5, Pictionary. Now you may well have heard of this. You can do the actual game at home, but if you want to do it in class, you could do a whiteboard Pictionary version. Divide your class or your group into 2 teams and record their points on the board. Write a word on a piece of paper and then get one person from team A to come up and draw the word on the board. Their team has to see if they can guess what the word actually is by the drawing, and they have to suggest it all in English, of course. Number 6, scavenger hunt. Now this works really well at home, even amongst groups of adults, but definitely with your own children. You give a person a list of things to find. They could just take a photo of it when they found it. This is a really great one if you're out for a walk, perhaps, with your family, or going to the shops. And my last game, number 7, the speaking and listening game. You can do this one with just 2 people if you like, or a larger one, a larger group, which you can divide into teams. One person hides something small, maybe a pen, and the other person has to find it. The person that's hidden the object has to tell the other person how close they are to finding the object. So there's lots of speaking and listening and communication going on, in English of course. Language such as, "You're really close," or "You're going the wrong way." "That's good, you're close now," can be used. If you'd like me to do another video on more games for you to learn English, just let me know, comment below this video, because I'd love to hear your comments. Don't forget, if you're interested in me coaching you, do email me on the email below this video and let me know, and we can talk about how I can really improve your English fast. So I hope you've really enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the like button below the video and make a comment. I always love to hear from you. So I hope you really enjoy learning your English, and until next time, I'll see you really soon. Bye!